Breaking. The latest coming out of the FBI, protests taking place in D.C., the White House with no word on whether or not Joe Biden is present inside the White House while all of this is happening outside the gates to the Oval Office. Ladies and gentlemen, everything happening right now in Washington is an early warning sign. This will have the potential of ending up being far worse than January 6th. Clips of organized protests and talks of praise and worship for Allah taking over everywhere, schools and churches. The red stains on the White House gates represent and resemble the look of blood, a visual metaphor to express the feelings of anger towards the U.S. government and the current administration for their roles aiding Israel in what they describe as genocide in Gaza against the Palestinians. Essentially, blood on the hands of the U.S. government funding a multi-billion-dollar war bill proposal budget circulating through Congress and financing the killing of innocent children in Gaza. But wait, there's more, because now it gets even worse. You all have seen it happen and saw my videos discussing it in real time about the innocent victims attacked here on this very platform. It isn't a matter of if, but when, because it will happen. And we will all see just how many YouTubers are going to start disappearing and dropping like flies after they get emails from YouTube notifying them of their channels being demonetized and or deleted. The sharing of images and videos and violence and protests will lead to ad suitability claims and age restriction strikes before taking on stronger attacks against freedoms of speech, just like the nomadic movement experienced in Panama with their coverage of political protests. They have since returned to the U.S. and for good reason, but as they travel across all 48 contiguous states, they will soon realize just how deep the corruption goes and that fleeing Panama won't allow them to escape the perilous clutches of all that is silencing those who try and seek and speak the truth to their viewers, audience, and subscribers. Reused content strikes and lost revenue for millions and millions of views worth tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, just like Kingdom reacts. Just like the banks on Wall Street, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, they all have unrealized losses hidden on their books that will soon rise to the surface. And these YouTube content creators like Steve Ram and Tommy Bites Homestead and Pinball Preparedness and This is John Williams and any others that you watch on a regular basis who try and present the truth, information, and helpful news to get us all prepared, they will soon be wiped out. And the reason why I know this isn't just because I've seen it happen already, but I've spoken to my YouTube partner manager and was in no uncertain terms provided some choice, suggestive words that basically directed and steered me away from potentially making the wrong move and uploading the wrong video that would possibly be the end of my channel. So I'll put it to you like this. These protests are anything but peaceful, but why would you expect anything else? Why would you expect anything different? Peace is not the actual objective here. Control is what they want. And if you actually listen closely, beneath the F Joe Biden chants, you will hear true patriots chanting, "Make America Great Again." This is truly a war that has broken out on U.S. soil, a fight for life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, truth, justice, and the patriot way. And there's no way Biden gets reelected after all this. And if he does, then you all know for a fact that the system is rigged. Conversations and talks between the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, and U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken about his decisions to reject a ceasefire and allow hostages to be safely released will lead to dire consequences. Take cover, everyone. Bombs away. Tensions are rising between U.S. and Iran, and this will lead to all-out war, just as the FBI has warned. And this will lead to World War III. And to make matters worse, we are outgunned since supplying Ukraine with pretty much all of our military artillery, and we are severely outmanned, which is why talks of reinstating the draft are heating up. Men, women, and other selected pronouns will all be called upon to fight and serve. There are no protected groups here, folks, not since the changes to military armed forces policy that allowed transgender soldiers to serve openly. and the possibility of redirecting government funds and trusts to allocate financial resources to the Middle East, opposed to the SSA, Social Security Administration, SSI, SSDI, EBT, SNAP, food stamps, other forms of aid and assistance to the American people. Instead, they will line us all up one by one to fight a war for a country that continues to tell us lies and continues to steal our money through taxes, poison us at the hands of corporate giants like Pfizer and Bill Gates, and take our land and our children from us like we have seen happen just here recently in Lahaina and Maui. Now, I know this isn't what anyone wants to hear right now, that we are going to war, but I believe knowledge is power, and we must continue to spread the truth. Please smash the like button, and it only takes a second. Subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate your support in helping the channel reach a new milestone of 80,000 subscribers, with each new subscriber adding to our fight and a force to be reckoned with, that they can't silence us and that we will not comply. And get this, the latest from the greedy corporate world of elites and money-hungry power grabs, Pfizer is now laying off their employees after making a record multi-billion-dollar profit during the pandemic with government-mandated requirements for their untested jab juice cocktails. Bill Gates talks about the future of this new pandemic treaty.
I'm here with Bill Gates at Davos at an event to unveil a new initiative that you're excited about that's dealing with vaccines. Tell us a little bit about the problem you're trying to solve and the solution that you've got to work towards that solving here.
Well, we always have to worry that a new epidemic's going to come along.
Yeah.
A flu epidemic that could go global, something like the Ebola epidemic.
Treaty and the banks continue to play games with our money since the ACH outage wiped out deposits and basically saw accounts freeze up, frozen, and on lockdown without the direct deposit funds owed to the people, who are all left now scratching their heads and just left to wait and wonder and see if or when we'll ever get their hard-earned money. We have a lot to keep an eye on, and I'll do my best to keep you ahead of the curve. If you have questions, please ask, and let's keep a focus of safety and vigilance. Feel free to further engage in conversation in the comment section down below. All I ask is that you keep it respectful. Remember, this is our home to protect. Look out and watch out for your neighbors. Let's motivate and encourage each other to strive towards peace, happiness, and success. Renew hope in this once great nation and continue to focus towards the light and listen to the word of the Lord. And before I go, I've had lots of requests for more information about the list of cities the FBI is stating are likely potential targets and where sleeper cells may be activated. Enemies of this country who have entered in illegally at our southern border. And the list includes, as far as I know, Washington, D.C., New York, all throughout the state, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California.
According to intelligence, they have cells in Boston, Maryland, New York, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Henderson, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, Orlando and Tampa, Florida, Detroit, Michigan, Houston, Columbia, Missouri, Plainfield, Illinois, Kansas City, Chicago, Denver, Oklahoma City, Arlington, Texas, and Dallas, Texas, Tucson, Arizona, Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, Santa Clara, Los Angeles, and San Diego in California.
Some of these areas may sound a little odd as to why they're on the list, but if you take a closer look, you may realize what types of military installations or other branches of government may lie within these cities. And a big thank you to the channel subscriber who emailed a link to this information, where another YouTube video shared the original names of all the cities listed and warnings issued by U.S. intelligence, the FBI, and Biden administration. And also, I included a video that I published just the other day that you should go watch after this one, where I explained and did a complete breakdown of everything that's happening right now and how to get prepared. And I've already seen some videos removed from here after discussing certain topics in apparently too great a detail. So I'm going to refrain from divulging too much information that YouTube just doesn't like. So that I can try and keep bringing you all these helpful, valuable, and informative update videos. Please subscribe and turn on notifications for the latest releases and hit the like button. It just takes a second. Be safe, stay ready, and get prepared. I love you guys. God bless you all. Until next time, this is Kevin 247.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake friends gon' pop.